Jordan. I don't have to do the review on my own.
So we're here to talk to you today about Nikola Tesla's Night of Terror.
Straight into the review. I had sort of like a stream of consciousness notes again, so if we just go through that and you can say your point on it.
I had notes when I was watching it, but I did not write them down.
Yeah, see.
So this will be interesting.
So we go through mine, and if any of it rings a bell for you, you can mention it. So I thought the mystery build-up at the beginning was quite good. Do you know, tiny nitpick, do you know what I didn't like? It had the opening titles, said the name of it, and then it cuts to a guy standing there talking, and I'm like, well, okay, cool, that's obviously Nikola Tesla, and then he has to say that he's Nikola Tesla. I'm like, just in case there was anyone in the audience who hadn't got that.
It didn't quite have the same. It sort of opens up and you don't know who they are, and then you're introduced to them.
I thought it was.
I think it
was so painfully obvious it was him that it felt a bit hand-holdy to be told specifically afterwards it's him. But I thought that was a bit hand-holdy. But anyway,
I kind of prefer the introduction to them from the Doctor a little bit sometimes as well.
Yes, because you get a bit of history, especially because Tesla is an underappreciated historical scientist.
And I quite like them when they're a complete mess.
Yeah.
Things like that, and you think, oh, they're so brilliant and they're whatever, and then you get like William Shakespeare when he comes on the stage and he's like, shut your big fat mouth!
Shut your big fat mouth!
And the Doctor's a bit like, oh. I quite like it when they're sort of like that. They're a little bit, probably more how they were in real life.
Yeah.
Rather than sort of done for television.
Good build-up of mystery. All the stuff in the dam I thought was really good.
Yeah.
And then, sort of following on from that, one of my favourite entrances for the last few series, when she just appears and does whatever she just bursts in.
That made a bit of a change of pace. They didn't have like them all in the TARDIS to begin with.
I liked just her bursting through.
Yeah.
Very sort of very Rusty Davies entrance. You know, when the Doctor just comes in the middle of everything else.
Yeah.
They're not there for the build up. They're just like, oh.
Yeah.
Hello. I like stuff like that. So that was pretty good. Straight into the action again. So it's 2 episodes in a row where it started and the action's been almost immediate, and I've liked both of them.
I preferred it this time.
People thought Orphan 55 was rushed, but I didn't. But if you want my opinions on that, there it is.
Yeah.
No, I thought it worked better.
It worked better this time.
The episode got a bit slower later, I felt.
I liked it up until they got off the train.
Yeah.
I think once they got off the train, the action slowed down quite a bit. And then it did pick back up again by the end.
It felt...
But it slowed down, unlike Orphan 55, where it was like bam, 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 bam,
Some
bam.
of the stuff in the middle just felt like they were like... they'd written the script. And they were like, brilliant, look.
15 minutes.
Yeah, you guys, we've got...
Yeah. I think it works better with the 45-minute thing.
45 minutes
because I think they can't stretch the story to reach the hour length that they're supposed to be on for, unless they're specifically designed to be that.
Yeah. It's going to become ironic later that my first Sonic vote was a good thing, but I love the bit where she knocked the guy out. So I made a note saying Silurian gun. This was before she said it's a Silurian gun. It was just, when the hooded figure had one. And then he took his face off, and I was, not his face, his hood off.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. So but then the Doctor was like, oh yeah, anyway.
And then it kind of explains it later on, doesn't it, where they got them all from, so...
She was sonicking something else again, and I was like, a lot of Sonic just in this
Yes, this was a story I thought it was overused quite a bit.
13 putting her foot down. I like this stance on her when she's actually being
She's
assertive.
better when she's being assertive, when she's cross.
She did it in the last episode.
Yeah.
She put her foot down right at the beginning.
Yeah.
I like 13 being assertive.
Yep.
Putting her foot down. She did it last episode, she's doing it in this episode, and it's good. It was my biggest annoyance, I think, with Arachnids in the UK and some of the other episodes as well.
I think Jodie Whittaker's actually upped her game a little bit.
I feel like
series.
She's been given...
I can see that. This is what the Doctor is like.
Yeah.
Do it a bit more like that, not how you were doing it in the last series. I really liked
her in the last series.
Yeah.
And I think at the end of this series we're going to have to do a comparison on just her Series 1 and Series
Yeah.
2. I really liked her in the first series, but for me,
I prefer her.
she
in this
stepped
one.
up
Yeah.
so much.
And I think that's a lot of it. She has stepped up a notch
yeah.
than the last one.
And I don't know how much of that's just down to her as a performer, but I feel like, yeah.
And I think the writing's been
it's
a lot
worlds
better.
apart. I feel like there's not much
So
you can
far.
do with a script that's too terrible. And some of
Yeah.
the words, the lines she was given before were not the best.
No.
She tried her best to deliver them, but
Yeah.
when that's what
She was a bit kiddie in the last series.
Yes.
It was a little bit like sort of like how an adult would be like, oh, Doctor Who is a children's program, and it's not really. So I think
reckon
she sort of
that's
upped
why
it to that.
Chibnall's destroyed Gallifrey again.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it would have seemed like just retconning to be like, and now she's tough.
Yeah.
So they've given like a justification within the program
Yeah.
why she's more firm. Time appropriate outfits. Yes. I was so happy.
Unlike that Rosa one where they were all in modern day. Yeah.
Clearly, they've listened to the criticism.
Because that was the main thing, wasn't it? For the one with the witch.
Yeah,
With
which
the witches
as well.
was they were all wearing modern clothes, and even a lot of the die-hard fans were like, "Why are they wearing?" The Doctor can get away with it.
The Doctor should,
But
yes, because of part
Why
of
are the
time
companions getting
arrogance.
away with wearing bright blue
But no,
colours in a,
clearly,
you know?
it's what as a fan community
Yeah.
we are actually being listened to.
I think Chibnall probably has listened
I
to
think they've listened
a lot of it. I think because they could do nothing else.
I think
a little bit,
he didn't
but-
realise quite how big a task he was taking on.
Yeah.
Because he's got a co-producer now, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And stuff like that. I think he took on more than he could handle, and I think it's I might be wrong. Maybe someone else was like, "No, you need this," but I think it's taken quite a mature step for him to say, "Right, I need this help," actually, and it's been
And I
what's
think
best for the show.
that's shown as well in that. I mean, we're only 4 episodes in, but Woman Who Fell to Earth was brilliant.
Yeah.
Ghost Monument rubbish.
Yeah.
Rosa was good.
I'm counting off the good episodes.
Arachnids was rubbish.
Yep.
And so far, I mean, I wasn't a big fan of Orphan 55, but so far there has not been a story where I've gone, oh, I'm not going to go back and watch that anytime soon.
Yeah.
You know, I am looking forward to when the series is finished, going back and watching all of them again.
Yeah, that's good.
I
I've
think all the
rewatched some of
stories,
the first series, but I think
whether or not the ideas have been there 100%, this series I've appreciated the effort.
yeah, but era appropriate costumes. I
Yeah.
was so happy.
Yeah.
Like irrationally happy
Yeah.
about that, especially because the Doctor stuck out
It
like a
looks
sore
better
thumb in
as
the
well,
middle,
doesn't it?
and I
Yeah.
think it just I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
That she's like, you guys got to get changed.
Yeah.
What are you wearing? This,
Yeah.
obviously. Giant rainbow on my chest. That's totally time appropriate. I still think they're not balancing the companions properly.
No, and again, I think this was another one. I think,
This is the first episode where I
Graham-
thought Graham was superfluous.
yes, he had a couple of funny lines, or AC/DC with trying to save the world, and
So the thing is, none of the jokes landed for me in this episode. The only time I laughed, like remotely,
yeah,
at all, was when I knew exactly how she was going to get her back on the ship. That made me smile a bit, humorous wise. And the
Yeah.
only bit that made me chortle a little bit was when she was like, we're going to be on you like a hawk. Right, where's your lab?
Yeah.
That made me laugh. But for me, the rest of the jokes in this episode just fell flat.
yeah. I
didn't
think
find it
he
funny.
Graham was sort of like comic relief. Ryan didn't really do anything,
No, but-
and Yaz was there to be chased around by giant scorpions in a very dodgy shot where you
Yeah.
can see how slowly they're actually running.
Oh god, we'll get to the scorpions later.
Yeah.
I've got a note about them. But I felt Yaz should be a better companion than she is.
Yes, and
She's
now this
got
is
such-
this is a problem that has plagued Doctor Who from the very beginning. In that, when you have about 3 or 4 characters, it's too much. You look at Peter Davison when he had Nyssa, Tegan, and Adric, and the Doctor. There was always a story where one of them was locked up, or one of them was
Very quickly they were like, we gotta kill
yeah.
him. You know.
And I think that's why the modern series has worked so well, and even sort of from Davidson onwards, where they only had like Nyssa and Tegan, and then there was only like Perry, Mel, Ace. There was only ever one companion after
Yeah.
that. I think that's always worked better because you can actually
I
give
feel
them
like-
stuff to do.
Just Sonic.
Yeah. No, that was another one. It was overused again.
Yep. I can't remember what.
The only time I liked it was at the end where she uses it to... There's something she does at the end. Is it when she uses it to teleport the Queen away?
Yeah, I think so. I like that as
Or
well.
uses it to turn the lightning thing on.
When the Doctor and Tesla are talking, and he's like, you're an inventor.
Yeah.
She goes, I have my moments. Show us.
Yeah.
Show, don't tell.
You said that, didn't you? I'm pointing at Will here behind the camera. You did say that, didn't you? In this one specifically would have been the best story to have the Doctor build something.
Yes. Show, don't tell.
Yeah.
The Doctor is an inventor. We had, like, the whole of Davison's era. He didn't have a Sonic, he built stuff.
No, Pertwee did it.
Pertwee did it, yeah. Tennant had his tinkering things.
Yeah.
Show, don't tell. And also, if you make the Doctor make something,
instead of
cut
using
back on the Sonic.
Yeah.
And then, let's get on to what I think is the elephant in the room. The episode's depiction of Edison. Edison was not an inventor, he was a thief. He worked at the patent office, and he'd take patterns that people had incorrectly filled out and fill them out himself, so that he could get the patent on certain things, like the light bulb, for example. He did not invent these things, he was a thief.
In many ways, he reminds me of like when you watch Dragon's Den, and they go in and they're like, oh, I need so-and-so amount of money to do this.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll buy a share of that. And that's what Edison sort of feels like to me, is he's one of them. He's not actually someone who does, he's not capable of going out and
Dragon's
thinking
Den,
of these
they
things.
actually give money to them, and
Yeah.
you know, the person.
So that's sort of what he reminds
here's the
me of.
thing,
He's not
he
someone
literally
who's
just-
capable of doing it himself.
He didn't give the people any credit.
Yeah.
He literally just stole from them.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what he tried to do to Tesla
Yeah.
later, and that's, you know.
Did
But-
you know though, because I did, that Tesla basically created the internet?
Yes.
Yeah, see, I knew that already going in.
I was excited about the Tesla episode. And
I think it's
must
the only
admit,
thing I actually knew
I've-
he'd invented.
I was disappointed in the whole by that
Yeah.
episode, because it was. I just don't feel like it did what it was trying to do very well.
I think
Personally,
I
and
wouldn't
this is
have given
going to-
Edison so much screen time.
It was good, but
Yeah.
I was disappointed. The bit where the monster came in and electrocuted everyone, it just made me think, unlimited power! When he comes in and electrocutes everyone, it just reminded me of good old Palpy.
I got that reference.
Yeah. And then they put trap, yay! So that's how much the song.
Oh yeah, with
the thingy.
the yeah.
Yeah, when they burnt the.
Yeah.
I like that. I like seeing the Doctor use her brain and not just her Sonic.
And I quite liked that. I didn't like them when they were not disguised as humans, but they kind of worked a little bit more when they looked like people.
Yeah.
It was quite creepy when he sort of opens his mouth and his mouth opens wider than a human mouth can and things like that. That was quite creepy. That was quite good. I think that's probably one of my favourite scenes actually, from that bit when he's trapped in the fire.
I thought that's really good. I put Scorpion Ragnos ? I'm surprised they didn't refer to the Ragnos at all in this episode.
I'm surprised it wasn't the Ragnos.
Because she looked
like
like very similar.
Yeah. Now, for those of you who don't know, she was played by the one who played Rani in the Sarah Jane Adventures.
So what were they called? The Skidmer.
Skidmer or something, weren't they?
Yeah, but when she said it, I genuinely just heard skid mark, and that's all I could think of for the rest of the episode. I was like, oh no, run! The skid marks are here!
Oh dear.
My note there just said skid mark ? Because I was like, did she just?
It took me a while because I couldn't understand it when the alien queen said it. I couldn't understand it when the Doctor said it, and it was only when someone else said it I was like, oh, that's what they're called. It just sounded like noise to me when they were saying it.
I don't know. The bit on the skid marks ship where the Doctor comes in.
Oh, I like
that entrance.
Yeah.
I wrote that entrance was very 10.
Yes, it reminded me a lot of when he destroys the Family of Blood spaceship.
Yes.
That sort of thing. Yeah.
A bit like that. There were a few moments. I loved that entrance when she came about.
It was a very sort of tenanty bit to come in, have a little mooch around, see what's going on.
After the thing was like, the lady was like, "Oh, I'll kill you."
Yeah.
I didn't like a lot of the things after that until the bit with the camera was quite good. But the entrance, I just thought that was really good. the skid marks are a bit shit at hunting, aren't they?
So tripping over each other
Yeah.
and yeah.
They just spent the whole time running into things.
Especially as I thought they were robots. You know, I would have thought they'd have had a sense of awareness as to where they were in relation to one another.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I suppose they were sort of trying to be sort of how they would be in real life, I suppose. But then I would imagine if you've got a group of scorpions together, they wouldn't be climbing over one another and.
They'd be climbing over one another a little bit, but not in
they
that
would be
sort
running
of
in and
idiotic.
Yeah,
like
they were.
They were efficient hunters.
And I got a sense of
the skid marks are not.
No, I did get a sense of not dread, but that idea, a sense of what's it when you up a stake from the Queen. I think she was quite good, but the robots or whatever they were, I don't think were very good.
When they started, when they were in the human form, they were good. An interesting villain. They were good.
Yeah.
And then as soon as they introduced,
I think that's all you should have seen.
As soon as they introduced the Queen, instead of upping the game for the rest of them and making the Queen better, they just went, and here's the Queen, and now look at they are now.
Yeah.
So just assume they were always that in comparison.
Yeah.
I know you've just made them. You didn't make the Queen better.
And I think those scorpion things would
just
have been better had they stayed the whole story in those human bodies. And every now and again the tail comes up, and you think, oh, well, where's that come from then? But you never quite know.
A little bit like the Krillite.
Yeah, you never quite know where it's actually come from, but they look human.
And when I say I mean specifically Anthony Head.
Yeah.
Anthony Head's one. Doctor's killing again.
Yeah.
That was the plan, just to full on murder lots of people.
Yeah. She does that quite a lot, doesn't she?
She does.
Yeah, actually.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I quite like it.
As long as she doesn't flip.
It sort of balances out the sort of almost childishness that she has sometimes.
Well, it was like,
and that's not bad.
11 was quite dark and covered it with childishness, which seems like the direction they are now going with her, which is. I'm glad they have a direction for her now.
Yeah.
In Series 1, it didn't feel like they did, and I like the direction they're going. I liked The Last Stand, like, the setup for that was really good. It was like something out of a zombie film almost, when they're boarding everything up, they're getting their impromptu weapons, and then after that it's just went...
No, I did think that actually when they were doing it, and I was a bit like, oh, it's a little bit sort of Night of the Living Dead, where they're sort of surrounding them, and...
I really liked the setup, and then it sort of just... It was meant to be a oh, gasp moment, but
sort of from the moment the door opens.
Yeah. For me it just...
Yeah.
Until the Doctor comes back in it again.
Yeah.
Jodie Whittaker's getting to that point now, for me, where she is elevating the scene she's in. So the rest of the show...
which was something I think was missing in the last series, I think.
The rest of the show is sort of... It's still better than the last series, but I think it's still got a ways to go.
Yeah.
But she's elevating it to sort of like 13 is savage, and I love it. That's just my note, just as 13 is savage. When they're having their little back and forth.
Yeah.
When the Queen was like, "You ever seen a desecrated planet?" I was like, "Oh damn, she didn't." She went there, and then
Yep, I've seen me fair share.
Yeah, but also quite recently her own one for the second time. So that was really good. It didn't feel forced. Like it very could have done. Yeah, my note there was close to the bone. I knew the way she was going to send the thing back to the ship, but I still like that ending. I thought that was very smart. And
that was another sort of Tennant-y trick them into doing it rather than
a little
them
less
doing it. Yeah.
Than, I think the closest to that we've had the classic Tennant and Pert, we did it a lot of the time as well, which is I will give you exactly what you want and it will destroy you. I've warned you. Yeah. Now you can have it and face the consequences. The closest I think Whittaker's come to that was in the Kablam. Yeah. When she's just like, fine.
Yeah. I'm giving you a chance and now you can blow up with the rest of it.
Exactly. But I like the that she didn't really give the Queen an option as well, actually. But that was my stream of consciousness for the for what was it called? Nikola Tesla's Night of Terror. Yeah. It sounds like a Hammer horror film. Things I like. I liked the beginning. The guy playing Tesla was really good.
Yes, he was very good.
I liked the bits with Tesla in it.
Yeah,
they were good.
He's from Timeless.
Right.
Yeah,
Did not know
he's...
that. Time appropriate attire.
Yep.
I did not like the overuse of the Sonic. A little bit too much of telling, not showing, and the companions felt a bit useless in this episode. But I'm still enjoying this series.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm enjoying this series a lot more than the last one. The last one, there was episodes that I liked.
there were moments,
but it wasn't, overall, it wasn't as strong as
the thing with the last
what
series
had come before.
is that, at least for me so far, I've enjoyed every episode of this series. I felt like each episode could have been better.
Yeah.
But my overall points were that was really good, but these bits need work. Whereas last series, it was more a case of this was bad,
Yeah.
but these bits were good.
Yeah.
Whereas now we've got this was good, but these bits were bad.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Yeah.
To be honest, it's restored a lot of faith in me. Not that I hated the last series. I'm pretty transparent with my views on that. There were some episodes I really enjoyed.
Yep.
I really liked Kablam.
Yeah, I like Kablam.
Lots of people don't like Kablam. Lots of people like the Conundrum.
Yeah, the Saranga Conundrum.
Saranga Conundrum. Personally, did not like that one.
Yeah, this is a bit of a middle of the road one for me.
Exactly.
But yeah, right. Before I forget, going back to companions being underused.
Yep.
Recently, I've been writing for a website called the Doctor Who Companion. They ran a thing that was, we had to, whoever was in it that wanted to do it, could write a story for Christmas. And my one was called Bedford Square, and it was about William Hartnell's companion Dodo, who never got a goodbye. She was mistreated by the BBC. The actress was actually told, before she even started, that she was getting fired. She was doing this many episodes and that's it, you're out. So she never actually got, she left halfway through through an episode, and you never saw her again. So I actually gave her a goodbye with Jodie Whittaker's Doctor. The idea that every Christmas the Doctor comes back and gives the companion, her previous companions, gifts and things, so that, you know they've not really been forgotten and whatever. And I think I actually treated Yaz an awful lot better than she's been treated in this entire series. You know, that goes to show how underused these, especially her as a companion, she's been. But yeah, that was going to be my comment. So check it out. Bit of a shameless plug, but you know what?
She should be a really, really useful
And I think so, because she is one of my favourites. I prefer her to Ryan. I mean, Graham is like God tier. And then you've got Yaz, and then you've got Ryan. But Ryan's not annoyed me quite so much this series.
Didn't Graham make it onto our top 5 list?
I think so,
Yeah, that's saying something,
But anyway, yeah, so there will be a link for that in the description.
I feel
Go
like
check it out.
Yaz has been being mistreated.
Yes.
They fixed the mistreating of Jodie Whittaker's Doctor.
Now they need to do Yaz.
They need to fix Yaz now, and then they need to get rid of Ryan. I mean, get rid of Ryan.
Yeah.
Although he's not actually been bothering me that much this series. I thought he was quite good in Orphan 55.
Yeah, I thought he was quite good.
He, for the first time ever, was actually useful in Spyfall. So maybe they focused on the wrong companion.
A little bit, yeah.
I feel like Yaz has been exactly the same in both series.
Yeah.
So is Graham, but Graham was great in series 1. So
yeah, I think Graham's just going to be God tier the whole way through it until he leaves, and then it's going to be like, oh.
There's only been one episode where they've misused Graham, and that was the Battle of...
Yeah.
Clearly my favourite Doctor Who episode ever.
But anyway, that was Nikola Tesla's Night of Terror.
Yes, and you probably won't have got any of that. That's probably all getting cut out.
I liked it. I didn't,
But I'm going to say this now.
Yeah.
I think I preferred Orphan 55.
Oh, I won't go quite that far.
I know Orphan 55 wasn't the best episode, but it was fun.
Yeah.
It was just fun, and I enjoyed having some fun.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I might do if people care enough, we might do an episode on how I think that episode should have gone. Let us know in the comments if you're interested in that, because there are quite a few fixes I'd have done to that episode.
Well, there you are then. That's our views on that story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So we'll see you later.
Please like and subscribe.
Yes.
Follow us on Facebook. Our Twitter handles are in the thing below if you want to
Yeah.
continue any of these conversations.
Yep. Please.
Please do that. Thank you.